On tonight's show, we are unboxing the SEGA Luminasta Evangelion 3+1 Thrice Upon a Time Kaworu figure with the commander suit and chair. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Alcohol and Anime Night for another SEGA Luminasta figure unboxing. The last one, I believe, was the Freyren figure, which I really liked. That was really cool. And yet another SEGA Evangelion figure. Now, if you are a fan of the show and you've been watching, you know that I picked this one up as a blind bag at Anime Expo, and I was not exactly hoping to get this one. I thought to myself, I love Evangelion. Pretty much anything in this bag will be awesome, except for him. Although, to be fair, Kaworu is probably best boy out of the entire series, so I'm going to give him a free pass. So right off the bat, I want to talk about a couple of really good things about this figure. And number one is this base. This is perhaps one of the best bases I have seen for a figure to date. I have not yet seen a better one. This is so good, and there's nothing really on the box or in the box art that would lead you to believe that that's on it. So I have had a complaint a few times about figures that just kind of phone in the base. In fact, it'd almost be better if it didn't have one, because it was just so cheap and chintzy compared to the rest of the figure. And on this one, they really nailed it. So that's the first thing I really want to compliment on this. The second thing is maybe the more obvious thing, is this chair that it comes with. And it's just a chair. It doesn't plug in anywhere. There's no spot for it to actually plug in. So you can actually position it wherever you'd like on the base, which is, kind of good. But because it doesn't plug in, it does kind of create a spot where it just kind of can, do whatever. And so again, unlimited possibility for positioning it, or you can just take it right out of the game entirely if you don't want it. But two things. One, did he ever sit in this chair in the movie at all? In either of the movies? In fact, in the Thrice Upon a Time movie, is he really even in it? Yeah, I guess so. Gross. Anyway, but again, it's not attached, so you can kind of do whatever you want with it. And it is about 1/12 scale. It actually looks smaller scale than the figure, weirdly enough. Like when you look at it, they almost don't scale together. So I guess you could use it in other displays as well. It's kind of a futuristic design. Again, not bad. It's just kind of unusual that it doesn't plug in anywhere. And also, it's unusual to include a chair for a non-sitting figure. So I guess it's kind of weird. But again, no harm, no foul. It comes with it, and so be it. Now let's talk about some of the other things that we always talk about. And first is the paint. Paintwork looks pretty good here. We got several different colors. There's some gold, white, and green, and some really good red on the eyes, which I thought was really cool. And the only negative I would say is that because of his pose, you actually don't get a chance to see too much of the eye detail. So kind of a bummer there, but not so bad. And what I also really like is the shoes really look like dress shoes. Again, they kind of get that shiny sheen to them, and as opposed to the matte finish that's on the guy himself. So not too big of a, nothing kind of crazy or wild on this one. It's pretty basic. You can see he's got some like white gloves here, very much like what Gendo wears. So I wonder if that's a reference to that. Again, I don't remember him wearing gloves in the film either, so maybe I have to go back and watch it. It's a good film if you haven't seen it. Now he does scale quite well with Asuka, so if you have that one, you want to start creating a shelf for that. He looks pretty good with that. Nothing, again, wrong with this at all. I would give it, as far as the pose works for him. I feel like a piano pose would have been, it feels like it would have been spot on for him, rather than including the chair like a piano or something. That's kind of his thing. But yeah, the paint works good, the pose is good, and how does it feel in your hand? What's the touch? It feels hefty. It doesn't feel hollow or anything. I squeeze on different bits, and it doesn't feel like there's any hollow parts to it. Again, it doesn't feel like it would fall apart or anything like that. So so all in all, again, not one I would pick. It was kind of chosen for me by fate, as you would. But nothing I would say that was negative about this one, really, at all. And I really like that eye detail and the hair. Yeah, it really looks good. Again, my only negative is I just wouldn't have chosen it personally. So you can find this figure in most places for around $28, which is sadly probably more than I paid for it, but I will be likely passing this along to the next person who is probably more of a fan than me. But if you are a fan of Kaworu, and especially if you like the Evangelion 3+1 Thrice Upon a Time, then give this one a go. I think you'd be satisfied. Till next time, Kanpai.